When I started making consistent YouTube videos, one of the comments that I got from people was, stop wasting your time. And I got them from different places. I would either get them in the comment section of my video, from negative trolls, or from people that I know in real life, like friends or coworkers. In fact, one person told me to my face was, hey, you're wasting your time. You should have done this like maybe 10 years ago when you were younger, but now you're older. You're not going to make any money off this. You're wasting your time. And while it's true that I don't make any money off this channel, I am not monetized or anything, but I wouldn't say wasting my time. But I will agree that being a YouTuber is very time consuming. I'll go with that. I will say that, yes, I don't make any money, but it's a fun hobby. And that's the key word here, fun. Because if I didn't enjoy making YouTube videos, I would just quit altogether. And something I've thought about plenty of times whenever I have like an off week, or it does cross my mind once in a while. In fact, I have another channel called Just Mike Wrestling where I just do wrestling videos on that channel that I started a few months ago. And I've been thinking of just ending that channel altogether just because it's not doing as well as I hoped. I'm not going to pull the plug on that channel just yet. I'm going to give it a few more months, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there, and that could be a different topic for another video. But the reason why I'm doing this video is not so much that people are wasting their time or YouTube being a time-consuming thing, but I find it interesting when people tell YouTubers that they need to get a real job. And there's also, on the other hand, people who think YouTube is some fantasy job, people who've never done this before, never done YouTube videos or anything like that, and they think that once they make YouTube videos, they're just going to make it big and live off of that. And I got to say, they're both wrong. YouTube can be a real job for a lot of people, and it's definitely not a fantasy job. Now, I'll admit, I was guilty of that too. I was guilty of thinking that I was going to make it big as a YouTuber when I first thought about starting to make YouTube videos. And I've definitely learned that this is probably one of the hardest jobs I've ever done. Well, again, not making money off of it, but just the work that goes into it. It is probably one of the hardest things I've ever had to deal with. I'm still doing it. I'm still not quitting on it, but it's one of the hardest things ever. And I also find it interesting when fellow content creators who are, say, they're small channels, but they're still big channels in a way. Like they're in that 10,000 to 20,000 subscriber mark, who always mention that they want to get more subscribers so that they can eventually quit the day job. What makes you think that being a YouTuber is better than the day job? Because at the end of the day, I find that there's more work that goes into this than the 9-to-5 job. And hear me out. Being a YouTuber, you have to be consistent. You have to deal with criticism. You have to be on top of things, and you got to be creative. Like, for example, I recently did a video on the Utah Hockey Club becoming the Utah Mammoth, and I consider myself one day late on making that video. That video did okay for my standards, but I think that video could have done 10 times better if I posted it one day earlier. And the reason why I couldn't is because I was out all day. I had another job and I was gone for like 14 hours. There was no way for me to make a video that same day. I had to do it the next day. But that's the thing. You have to be consistent. You have to be on top of things. If you're posting videos on game reviews, you got to be on top of it. You got to post after every single game, because if you miss a week or you miss a game or whatever, you're pretty much kind of like shot yourself in the foot. Now, that doesn't mean that people can't take a break here and there, but there's a reason why YouTubers are always trying to be consistent, even when they're on vacation, for example. I've seen plenty of times where YouTubers who is out of their studio setting and they're filming a YouTube video in their hotel room while they're on vacation, because they have to be consistent. They don't want to miss their consistent weekly posting, or if they post every day. Some YouTubers post every single day, and they need to be on top of things. And that's why I think being a YouTuber is probably one of the hardest things, because you also have to deal with negative feedback. Because, like, say my baseball team name ranking video, that was one of the most criticized video because a lot of people just didn't agree with my ranking or my opinion. And again, that's just something I had to deal with, because not anybody can do this. Some people will just, I think an average person who is new to this and dealt with that negative feedback, they probably would have just deleted their channel altogether. So again, it's a hard process. Coming up with creative titles, creative video ideas, creative thumbnails, learning how to edit videos, because a lot of times you don't have the budget to hire an editor just yet. You might do that down the road, but right now, like, I do everything. I come up with the video titles, the video thumbnails, the video idea, the editing. I'm a one-man show. I also do the camera work. I gotta say, being a YouTuber is definitely a real job for some people. Maybe not the best paying job for some people, but it's definitely a real job. But it's definitely not the easiest job in the world that anybody think that if they got laid off and they started making YouTube videos, suddenly they're just gonna make it big. It can happen for some people. I'm not saying it would never happen, but I'm saying it's such a hard process. And that's just something that if you wanna make a YouTube channel, definitely put that into consideration. There's a lot of hard work that goes into it, and it's not easy, or else everybody would be doing it. And sure, anybody can just post YouTube videos, but not everyone can post successful YouTube videos that can reach a broader audience, that can get you new subscribers, because that is kind of the goal, to hit that level of trying to get monetized. You want to have the right subscriber count. You want to make sure people are watching majority of your video. In fact, a lot of people may have quitted this video by now, but people have to engage and watch your videos so you can hit that watch time and all that. So just put that in mind. And if you're a fellow content creator, I would like to know, what makes you want to do this on a full-time basis? What makes you want to quit your day job, your real job, and do this full-time? Because it's not just hitting record and just talking to the camera and that's it. There's a lot of work that goes into it. And I would like to know what makes you want to do this full-time compared to your day job. Anyways, if you like this video, please hit the like and subscribe button. Yes, I'm still trying to grow this channel, and I know it's a long road, but I'm still committed to this. And hopefully I get to see you on the next one.